Oh, we're in it now, boys and girls. Ooh. Salutations, viewers. My name is Game Dame, and welcome back to Aviary Attorney. Right now, we just got Kakariko killed, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We formed an alliance with the rebels so that we wouldn't die, but you know, things aren't going too great for us. I'm a pretty shit detective. All right, Freya, Remus, you can come on now, brother. How did it go? Better than we ever hoped for. The rooster is dead and the madame has tasted her first blood. Ha! Amazing. Completely worth getting shot for. A meddlesome falcon tried to disrupt the execution. Falcon? Really? That tunus wrench. Don't worry, he floundered and... I knew it. He floundered and bumbled around hopelessly. Madame thinks that he's some use, but he's good as is dead. This is marvelous. Every piece is falling into place. Our dream will be a reality in no time at all. The reason, brother. To reason. Act 4. Fraternite? Yes. Now we're talking to these motherfuckers. I hope you don't harbor too much hate for the madame. I know the rooster was your friend, but the madame does what she does for good of France. Boy, oh boy, this is awkward. It's a bit perhaps around the jigsaw, and all after all, this is a tavern. What do you two say? I mean, no disrespect, Fontaine, but I'm not thirsty. Me neither. I get it. You're both a little shaken by what you saw. Can we at least get you some wine? Just a small glass to calm the nerves? Fine, whatever. Very good. Pierre, I'll fetch, I guess, some drinks. It's your rounds. My rounds? No way, it's your turn. Turns out, don't matter. You still owe me for the omelette I generously paid for last Friday. Yeah, well, you owe me for that coffee on Tuesday. Okay, so that's 30 cents of coffee deducted from 60-cent omelet, plus the 25-cent peanuts you swiped from my pantry. Hold up, I ain't so good at menial or arithmetic. Listen up, Sparrows, I need to go. Yes, I'll create the distraction. You head straight for the back door. Is that such a good idea? If we both stick around, we both could end up as dead as we rub the lioness the wrong way. If we both run, these two will probably shoot us in the backs. So, the way I see it, one of us running is the most viable option. Fuck on! Don't argue. Once you're out, find Volatier and tell him what you've seen. Okay. So it's agreed. You get this round and I'll owe you 2 cents. Yep, and I'll hold them up to you 2 cents. Be right back. Don't you two move and nothing. He'll hold me down to 2 cents. That Pierre is such a miser. Anyway, I don't feel like sitting in silence. Talk to the past the time. Fontaine, I have a gun question. A gun question, do go on. What's better, a flintlock or percussion-capped ignition system? What a delightful technical question, but I'm afraid there's no dispute here. Percussion caps are the future, hands down. You see, flintlocks are unreliable. Little light drizzle in the ignition system no longer functions. The gun becomes worthless. But a percussion cap will always work as long as it's built correctly, and as long as the gun has enough gunpowder. I suppose there's a matter of material costs. How much does a brass cap cost compared to a flint and steel? It's a little pricier than I think. Alright, I bought drinks. One for me, one for you, one for you and your... Hey, where's the little one? The little one, he's right. Oh, merdi, I lost him. You lost him? How did you lose him? I was gone for 2 minutes. I think I dropped the ball on this one. I'll say that madame's gonna string us up for sure. Actually, we should make up a cover story. We can't let her find out about this. You can't let me find out about what? Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here weren't paying attention, and let Sparrowson walk casually away. Madame! We can explain. Swear I give you two bozos a one-done job. So it doesn't matter, that little bird was dispensable for our plans, but Falcon isn't. What's important is that he's still here. Madame, if Sparrowson runs to the police, then both this location, the Sleeping City, are compromised. We should keep this meeting brief. Agreed. Falcon, let me quickly fill you in. As you probably know, we are planning to form a protest, an enormous protest on the 14th of this month. We intend to draw a massive crowd at the Place de la Concorde, and then shall march across Tuileries Garden. March across Tuileries. You intend to storm the Louvre? No, the Palace Royal. That's where the king and prime minister will be residing. I would like to go in peacefully, but peaceful uprisings have a habit of turning violent, don't they? Exactly. And we can't let the leaders of this country escape the mist of chaos. They must be tried in their crimes against the French people. On that note, I want you to lead the prosecution. You want me to prosecute the King of France? The king and the prime minister, they are both responsible for the rampant inequality that plagues in the country. On the day of revolution. Whoop. My fucking green screen is going nuts right now. On the day of this revolution, we will drag both of these overpaid bourgeois into the street, and you shall prosecute them in there and there. I think I understand prosecuting the pair for crimes against humanity. I suppose it could certainly be done. If I were to interview a lot of citizens, gather a lot of evidence, file some paperwork, I could probably prepare a case in around 2 months. We don't have that luxury of time, using ingenuity on the day, just like you did in the catacombs. Can't be serious. There is no alternative. The wheels of revolution are already turning, and the revolution will ignite to turn in a week. The question on my mind is, what do we do with you until then? You can leave him with us, ma'am. We'll keep him a good eye on him. After seeing the atrocious job you did guarding the little bird, I think not. I'll just have to guard you myself, Falcon. You shall spend this week at my side while I complete our preparations. At your side all day and night? Absolutely. I'm not going to let you out of my sight for 1 minute. That seems excessive. You can trust me, madame. No, I can't. You've promised to help me, but I know that you don't actually believe in the cause of the Second Republic. If I give you 1 grain of freedom, you will undoubtedly flee. This meeting is over. Come along, Falcon. Oh, shit. We're in it now, boys and girls. Ooh. And then we were sitting in the tavern. Falcon got me the opportunity to escape. He created distraction, and I sneaked away and went straight to the police. Then you caught a meeting. Well, here I am. So yeah, that's the whole story. I see. So Seven and Kakariko died at the hands of the rebels. That's right. Falcon revealed his true colors as a traitor. A traitor? No, that's not right, Inspector. Falcon's not a rebel. He's just playing along so he can save his own life. Don't be sorry, naive, spouse. And put the puzzle pieces together. Falcon willingly left into the lion's den for the specific purpose of siding with the rebels. He let you escape because he could see that you weren't truly sympathetic to the rebel cause. That doesn't make sense at all. Falcon's never shown a rebellious streak. Tell me, Spowson, what do you know about Falcon's past? Not a lot. He's a private person. Has he ever told you what he did during the July Revolution before he changed his name? Before he hasn't told me anything, really. Spowson, let me tell you about the man they call the Aviary Killer. No, I'm not the Aviary Killer. Excuse you, watch your mouth. Borghese meeting spot. This looks like something I should go to. The Palace Royal. Just look at this disgusting den of fat cap Borghese and hypocritical politicians. The king is probably in there as we speak, probably sitting in his high chair, suffering his bloated face with cake and wine while he boasts about being the perfect citizen king. Did you come here just to moan about the king? No, I've come to assess. God damn it, I pressed too fast. On the day of the rebellion, I might order P.O. to set up a barricade over there. What do you think? There, right outside the Palace Royal. Of course, it's a perfect place for a defensive garrison. We can gather furniture from nearby buildings, build a wall, and position rifles to fend off the police. When the time is right, it will serve as an ideal location to launch our assault on the palace. So, you weren't just throwing empty words in the tavern. You actually do intend on dragging the king out of the palace through violence. Of course! He will never abdicate by his own volition. Ooh, that was my phone. Don't need to look at it. It's not as I want to see bloodshed, Falcon. It's necessary. It's inevitable. I mean, we do have to be realistic. There's no other way to bring change to a country without using violence, is there? I think there are ways. People look back on violent moments in history, but the executions, the wars, the bloody revolutions. But who's to say a country could not be overturned just through the chants of the people? Pacifist revolution? Interesting. Would love for such a thing to be possible. Maybe we'd better avoid building the barricades, at least until it's clear that violence is inevitable. That's good compromise, madame. We got something done. Let's go to Tuileries. Let me think. So it takes 10 minutes to walk from the place they can go to this very spot. And the Palace Royale lies 5 minutes north of here. But the crowd will be fairly large and slow. It might take twice, maybe 3 times as long to make them move. Having a logistics problem, madame? Perhaps the plan is to walk the crowd from here through Tuileries to the Palace Royale. But if we take too long to pass through Tuileries, the police will trap us in. We could be flanked and slaughtered. This is quite an issue. Why not just meet at the why not just get the protesters to meet at the Palace Royale itself? Because the Palace de Concorde is an ideal meeting location. It's enormous and easy to get to. See, but even if you got, say, half the protesters to meet at the Palace Royale, you would then cut down on traveling time. Get it, a smaller crowd would be easier and direct to cross the Garten. I'll pass the idea along Pierre and see what he has to say. He's the one in charge of leading the crowds after all. The bird-brained parrot would probably just shoot the idea down, right? Probably, but I appreciate your input. Don't know if you genuinely want to help or if you're just telling me what I want to hear out of fear, but thank you, fucking. It's no problem, madame, for the Second Republic, right? Right, for the Second Republic. I hope these are the ones. These are the good answers, because I have no idea at all, to be quite honest. Lahales, let me guess, you have weapons or supplies somewhere around here? Maybe this is where you plan on meeting an informant, a government effector, as good as meeting spot as any. Actually, I'm here for groceries. There's no need for that look. You think just because I'm a gun-tooting rebel, I don't need to buy food? Madame Beaumont, Madame Beaumont! Well, if it isn't Sauteing and Little Gambade, you're growing bigger every time I see you. Ma'am, you have to hear there's something big went down here yesterday. Policeman, a nasty, ugly policeman. Let me guess, he was bullying people into revealing secrets on the whereabouts of the revolutionaries. Well, that's how it started, madame. Same old bullying tactics. He was pushed around his own beggar rat who hangs around the market sometimes. But then, when the rat wasn't speaking up, the policeman drew his gun and shot him. The policeman shot the beggar just like that. Yep, but the coward cop went and ran before we could turn on him. I find this difficult to believe a policeman wouldn't openly shoot a beggar without just cause. Open your eyes, Falcon. This is the regime whom partisans live under. We are ignored by the government, oppressed by the police, and hanged by the courts. Why do you think I'm fighting so hard to make a change? We can't put up with this sort of bullying. No, this can't be right. Something has to be missing from Sautenay's story. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions, madame? So ask away. Make it quick, Falcon. What did the policeman look like? Well, I didn't get a good look, but he was tall and ugly and mean-looking, and he had one eye. One eye? Yes, had one of them pirate patches. There's no way. Ring any bells, Falcon? I know a man who fits the description, but it simply couldn't be him. He's a bitter individual, and he's morally righteous. I can't imagine shooting an innocent person so recklessly. Don't let your bias towards the justice system affect your judgment, Falcon. If you think you know who did this, then please name and shame him. I think I should bite my tongue until I'm a little more certain. Do you want to know anything else, monsieur? Just who is the beggar rat? I don't really know him. None of us did. He was kind of a loner who hanged around asking for scraps of food and cents. I don't even know his name. It's so sad. Do you have no family, no means of support? Falcon, do you have any idea how many beggars there are on the streets of Paris? How many people go hungry? For how many people are forced to turn to crime? I'm well aware, madame. I'm asking these questions to see if there was perhaps some reason why that particular rat was killed. But no, it appears it was just loss of unnamed beggar, a rat among many. It's tragic. That's it, monsieur. Is there any other way I can help? If a policeman did shoot an innocent person, then there surely would be an investigation. Ha! Your naivety knows no bounds, Falcon. You think the police care? What are they out of control? Actually, there was one bloke asking around, but I don't think he was a policeman. Oh, go on, madame. Ooh, spicy! Well, he was the charming fox. Renard, a friend of yours, Falcon? Something like that. We should probably pay him a visit to see what he's up to. Pay him a visit. I suppose we can set aside a little time. Did you want something else? That's all, madame. Thank you for your help. No problem. Anything from Madame Beaumont? We'll try to get to the bottom of this Sauteing. Just make sure to stay safe when the revolution starts. Stay inside. Keep Gambad safe. Of course, ma'am. You say yourself you're here? You say safe yourself you're here? Ooh, R&M Associates. Visit him, Monsieur Vopis visitors. Really, Falcon? What do you hope to accomplish in this sleazy back alley establishment? Sleazy? Madame, my back alley office is perhaps a little cluttered and eclectic, but I resent the accusation of a sleaze. Maybe I should do introductions. Monsieur Vopis, this is Madame Biomatama, a friend of mine. Madame, this is Renard Vopis, private investigator at your service. It is a pleasure to meet you, Madame. Ah, how stoic. I'm sure you have seen some pressing question to ask Falcon, but before we get started, there's something I must tell you. Monsieur Spencer dropped by earlier. He informed me of your situation. Sparrow, son, is he alright? Oh, yes, he's working with Inspector Volatier, attempting to unravel the rebel plot. Just as I thought, it appears that your lackey has solidified his position as a traitor to the Second Republic, Falcon. Perhaps not. Sparrowson doesn't strike me as a person who sides with ideology. But you know, he asked me the most peculiar question. Would you like to know what it was? Of course! Such information is quite valuable. Costs, say, 30 francs. Forget it, I don't feel like being extorted today. Very well. Let's move swiftly. Perhaps you can tell me why you came here today. Of course, Monsieur Vopis, we heard that you were investigating the murder at Les Halles. That victim was a friend of Mousie's. More of acquaintance, really. Well, we want to know if you managed to uncover anything. I don't have 30 francs to spare. So, like, this sucks. If you managed to uncover anything, did you find any leads, any juicy clues? Not as such, it's quite a peculiar case. Did you hear that the murderer wore an eye patch? I did. You know what that implies, don't you, Falcon? You know of one police officer, indeed one person who wears an eye patch. Yes. I sure do. Where is he? The inspector. But that can't be right. You wouldn't describe him as a murderous man, would you, Monsieur Volpis? Murderous, I don't know. He's certainly passionate about finding the Viridin killer. Who's to say that he wouldn't kill them in pursuit of his arch-enemy? Falcon, I want to solve this mystery as much as you do, but this time is pressing. We have other matters to attend to. We must take it. Understood. Until next time, Monsieur Volpis. Good luck. It was a pleasure meeting you, Madame. Monsieur Volpis. The lioness looked pretty angry. Is this revolution going to end in blood, Monsieur Volpis, just like in 1830? Probably, because I'm a shit detective. Can't even pay for fucking 30 francs worth of shit. Goddamn. This is it, Falcon. This is the day we make our stand. Everything is coming together as we speak. Fontaine is gathering the protesters at the Palace de la Concorde. Pierre is making preparations to build an arm and a barricade near the Palace Royale, just as precaution, you understand. The only question that remains is, are you ready? Nope. No, I'm not ready at all. You want me to prosecute the king and prime minister if and when you drag them from the palace, right? Well, I've had no time to prepare. I have no evidence on hand. This whole trial is going to be one big fiasco. You're too fixated on the formalities, Falcon. This revolution will succeed and those in power will see justice, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Justice. But Madame, come on, let's see how the protest is going. Falcon and Beaumont arrive at the Place de la Concorde. The air is thick with chants, shouts, and cheers of hundreds of protesters. A line of mounted soldiers stand shoulder to shoulder outside the entrance of Tuileries. This is amazing. I had no idea Second Republic had this many supporters. But of course, you didn't think that we were just a few animals huddling in a cave, did you? The desire for revolution runs deep in the city. Everything's in place at the Palace Royale, ma'am. Just say the word and we'll set up the biggest barricade you've ever seen. I can't keep accents. It's so hard. Then we can all storm the building and drag the cocky king out of his chair. There's been a change of plan. We're still going to protest, but we're going to do it peacefully. No firing from behind barricades, no violence, no capturing the king or prime minister. Madame, are you feeling all right? Quite all right, thank you. But what of the desire to better France? You cannot achieve that without bloodshed. We can certainly try. Falcon convinced me. Falcon, pacifism seems like a Christian approach. When did you say, friar? I see, so that's how it is. Excuse me, madame. I think the friar disapproves of the new strategy. He probably thinks I've gone soft, and maybe I have. But I'm not deviating from this path, even if each and every rebel leaves my side. Don't worry, ma'am, you aren't alone. We're not here for violence, madame, as long as you strive for a better France while we stand with you. Oh, shit, here we go. I hope we get justice. I really hope we do get justice, in all honesty. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully we bring Sylvius downtown and get what he rightfully deserves. But that is all I have time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.